So today we're going to talk about workstation setup, and I'm going to start straight from square one, as if there's no equipment, no nothing, you don't have any specialized work desk equipment. How are you going to set up your workstation so that it's ideal for your body? Today I'm going to show you how to do that. So as you can see, this is an unset up desk. Now the first thing you want to do is actually put your chair nice and close to you so that you make sure that the elbow angle from the shoulder to the elbow and the elbow to the wrist, it's a right angle. My shoulder and elbow is in the right angle. As you can see, this table is way too high for me. Yeah, and to change that, all I need to do is move my chair up. So then you can see now my shoulder and my elbow and my wrist is at a nice right angle. Yeah, now you always want to be sitting upright when you do this measurement, and once your shoulder, elbow and wrist is all in right angle, the next thing you want to set up is your screen height. Now you want to make sure that the top of your screen is at eye level. So if you look straight into it, the screen should be at eye level, that way. Yeah, so the screen right here, it's way too short. So you actually need to put something to prop your screen up. Anything like a textbook or anything that you don't need to use very often, pop it under the screen. There we go. There you go, voila, it's right at eye level. Now, we want to make sure that when you're typing or doing anything at work, that your head, when you draw a line in your head, it's right in between your shoulder, yeah? So you don't want your head to be too far forward, makes sense? So if the screen is too high, you will end up doing this, and that's not great for your neck. If your screen is too low, you'll end up doing that, and that's not good for your neck either. So you want it to be right erect in front of you, and it's right at the top 1/3 of the screen is where your eye level needs to be. This is so far close to perfect. Now you want to make sure that your screen is at least an arm's length away from you, so you can't hit the screen with your arms. And you want to make sure that your keyboard is not propped up. So a lot of people actually prop their keyboard up this way. Let me zoom it in and show it to you. I don't know if you can see it, but a lot of people prop their laptop up so that it's in an angle. You do not want to do that. You actually want to put it down so then your wrist is a nice and neutral position. If it's propped up too high, your wrist will be in that angle almost all the time, and that is not ideal for your wrist. You want it to be as flat and as neutral as possible. Yeah, make sure the length between your keyboard and the table is about 8 centimeter to 15 centimeter away, so that you have some rest area for your wrist, so that your wrist is not sort of here where they're just in the air, or is too far forward that way that you have to pull your shoulder forward. Yeah, nice right angle on the elbow and a bit of rest area for your wrist. That's perfect there. Now you also want to make sure that everything that you used on a regular basis is within an elbow reach. So you are moving your hand this way to try to reach for things, rather than quite far away where you have to reach over your shoulder to grab on your telephone or your folder and things like that. Make sure everything is within reach. It's sort of like a semicircle in front of you, so you don't actually have to reach forward too often. So once we set up our table height and our screen height, now we need to look at our legs. And obviously I'm quite short, so I'm not even touching the floor here. So what we need to do then is to put a step underneath. There you go. Nice and tucked. And there we have it. My leg to the step is about right angle. Nicely rested. Yeah. As much as we would like to think that we'll be sitting up tall, it's actually very difficult to actually sit up tall unsupported this way for a good 2-3 hours, or even 8 hours or 10 hours, however long you're actually at work. So ideally you do want some form of back support. Yeah, nice and snug. Perfect. Yeah, push that in a little. There you go. This is perfect. Yeah, right angle, nice back support, leg is right angle, screen is an arm length away, everything is within reach. This, for this particular setup, is as ideal as we can set up. If you have a back support right on your back, you physically can't slouch. They promote upright sitting, so you can't slouch, and that creates a healthier back for your body. Now, no matter how well we set up our workstation, our spine is still not designed to stay in a static posture for any long period of time. Anything more than an hour or 2 hours is way too long for them. So what I normally encourage my clients to do is to actually get out of the chair every hour or so, either go to the toilet, go get a coffee, go get some tea, or even do some stretches every hour or 2 hours just to break up the day a little bit, so then your spine is actually not stuck in the same position for too long, because they are fundamentally designed to move, and if you stop moving them for a long period of time, and it's quite inevitable that they will actually just stiffen up and get tight, and you find that you start having a lot of stiffness around your body. Put a self-assessment guide that you can print it out and have a look and see if you can set up your work desk as close to ideal as possible right down at the description box below. Now, I know that most of the time you can't set up your desk to perfectly ideal. What we're trying to achieve here is not perfectly ideal, but as close to ideal as possible. Yeah, if you do need 2 screens, make sure it's 2 desktop screen rather than a laptop and a desktop, just because of the height discrepancy. And if you can't do that, if you have to use a laptop, then you would have to prop your laptop up so that the screen level is exactly the same as your desktop level, and then you probably need to buy an extra keyboard that you can plug the USB out, so that it's better for your neck and back posture that way. Yeah. So I hope that through this video you learned a little bit more about how to set up your workstation a bit better, and so that you can have a healthier neck and back. If you do like our video so far, do click on the red button down below for the subscribe button. Click the bell icon down at the bottom so that you get weekly notification when we have a new video uploads. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!